An African affairs analyst, Oluwase Adeyemo, joins me to discuss the situation in Mali. Good to have you join us this hour.
Thank you for having me.
Now, we're seeing all of these developments coming out from Mali. It's been more than a week now since the coup ousted President Boubacar Keita. The military junta wants a transitional government for 3 years led by military. But we're hearing that ECOWAS wants one-year transitional government, but made up of civilian and ex-military officials. How would you describe that situation?
So all over the world, military rule has become very unpopular. And there's no country in the world that would accept for you to have a military head of state rule their people. But unfortunately, as it is right now, for me, one cannot even trust the civilians, because at the end of the day, you have those people who staged the protest saying that they're willing to work with them. So they're still discussing. Maybe they're going to have some of them make up, maybe like you're going to have a mixed government as well, where you have part military and part civilian. Maybe you have the civilian head in it. But at the end of the day, the question on our minds in Africa is, are we going to have a good deal for the people? Because the essence really for governance, the reason why they came in the first place to chase Keita and his government house was because the people were complaining that they were not getting a good deal from government. Not minding the fact that it's a very fractionalized, country where you have Tuaregs in the north and all of that. So we're trusting that when they come together now, they will be able to have a concession that would give us, Africa, a good government in Mali so that the people can start to get good governance in Mali.
So the coalition, like you just rightly mentioned, is made up of a lot of different groups coming together
Islamic,
to form,
yeah.
to form the June 5 movement. And everyone wants a piece of this transitional government. So with that kind of situation, do you see political stability in Mali in a long time?
We can hope and pray that this will give us stability. But unfortunately, I'm one of those that believe that Keita will have done us good if he had done a good job. It probably wouldn't have cause for these people, because in the first place, he got into government doing, for me, a coup d'etat, the 2012 coup d'etat. That was the one that brought him into government. And so at the end of the day, you start having a situation where the Tuaregs will say, oh no, we're not getting a good deal. The Islamics will say they're not getting a good deal. And every other person would now come and start to, and who would lose? The people of a country. Now, don't forget the fact that they're surrounded with a lot of wars going on. You have the situations where those who left Libya because of what happened in Libya came into that country, and they have their own bloc as well, doing their own thing and all of that. So we're trusting and praying that at the end of the day, whatever they come, the result they come out will be one that would sort of speak to good governance. It's a difficult thing, because I would not deceive you. The situation right now on ground is a confusing one, and I just pray that at the end of the day we'll be able to get something tangible out of it.
And really, like you noted, ECOWAS will really, or African Union will really want to avoid a situation we have on ground in Libya.
Yeah.
But the economy of Mali is already volatile.
Of course.
And so would this military junta yield under the weight of more sanctions, or should more be done away from sanctions for the sake of the people? So
that's the irony. You want to place sanctions so that military rule can go, but who are the people who suffer at the end of the day? It's the people of a country. So if you stop, it's a landlocked environment. They don't have water where they can import things directly into Mali. So they need to trade with their neighbors. And so if ECOWAS have sanctioned or instructed the countries around to lock their borders against them, what it means is that very soon they will find it difficult to have essential commodities in Mali, because for anything that they use in Mali, it has to come through their borders, because unfortunately they're a landlocked country. So it's a dilemma. ECOWAS want to make sure that the military go, but ECOWAS will not want to do anything that will affect the people of Mali. So I just pray that the military and the civilians will be able to come to an agreement that would give us a quick, because at the end of the day, it is the people that suffer. And so we just pray that quickly all of this will be settled so that the people of Mali will not suffer unnecessarily.
And there are also issues around security of that country. I was seeing EU already suspending its training missions for the police and the army. This is going to impact on security of that country.
Absolutely, but France, fortunately, had said that they are not going to stop the training. France, as the big brother for that area, for all the Francophone countries, had committed themselves and said, look, you better do what you want to do quickly, but whilst you deal with what you're dealing with, we will not suspend the training of your army. So to that extent, we're trusting that that part will be taken care of, and at the end of the day, we'll still have a level of security in Mali, at least to take care of security as well.
African Affairs Analyst Oluwaseyi Adeyemo, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you for having me.